What up, what up? Say So G, back on the top, back on the video. So the title of this video is gonna be, stop telling everybody your business. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing your video out. Give you leverage, better sales. Where is my coffee cup? Oh, here we go. So anyway, let's get into it. Actually, hold on, y'all. Make sure. So me and my wife is about to go to Hampton, Virginia, because her sister, my sister-in-law, birthday is today. So she's having an event down there. So we definitely going to enjoy ourselves and dress all spiffy and all these other things, right? I might do a video tonight, or I may do one. I think I might wind up actually going out outside of the hotel and working out. My wife is going to go to the spa along with her sister and some other folks. So, why not? Anytime I get a chance to work out, I'm going to go work out, right? But anyway, let's get into it. So, why do I say stop telling everybody your business, right? So, I know this is kind of contradictory to a certain degree. At least some folks would think that because I'm telling my business right now as far as where I'm going at, right? But this is that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about telling your business that's on a very personal level, and you want that business to stay on a personal level, but then you have some folks that, they just can't hold water, right? That's what my grandma used to always say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some folks that you can tell something to, and you'll tell them not to say anything, and then they can't wait to get on the phone to tell somebody, you know what I'm saying? And those folks right there, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost kind of hard to weed these folks out and try to figure out who they are. So the best thing to do is just don't say anything. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Because who you gonna tell? You gonna tell them yourself? Probably not, you know what I'm saying? So why tell your business out? Why put your business out there to folks when there's a possibility that folks are going to do you bad? You know what I'm saying? Coffee time, y'all. Matter of fact, actually, let me go and pause this TV set. I know the background noise might be a little bit too much. I really want to get this point across because I'm really passionate about this. I really am, because Gen Zers, even some millennials, you know what I'm saying, and probably the generation after my sons. I think they're called Gen Y, I believe. So these folks was raised on internet. They was raised with social media, and I've seen so many folks get themselves in trouble telling their business. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many situations that I've seen on the internet. It's so many situations that I've seen personally that I'm like, why in the hell did you tell anybody about that? That should have stayed with you. You know what I'm saying? That should have stayed with you. You should have not said anything about that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things in life that need to be just between you and God, honestly. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? When you pass away from this earth and you go into, I forget what folks call it, you know what I'm saying? Folks that had a near-death experience, but basically they said it was like a huge building. It was almost like a library type situation. And they said they went in there and they had a life review, and they basically were shown their life from birth to death. And there were certain things that were shown to them as far as like, maybe they did something crazy, you know what I'm saying? And whoever is showing them these things, they basically let the person feel what the other person felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you did somebody wrong, your life review will have you feeling the same way they felt about you doing something to them. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how some folks would just blab anything on the internet and just think that stuff is not going to bite you in the ass later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. It's Sunday. My bad. I'm sorry. But I mean, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I move in silence. I don't tell my business like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't blab my business out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do understand there's a certain level of transparency when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to certain things I do. You know what I'm saying? Anything that I choose to let you guys know is literally by choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? If there's something I don't want y'all to know, I'm gonna make sure that you don't know about it. Like, for real. It is not that I'm trying to intentionally hide like bad things, even good things for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things are just not for the internet. They're just not for YouTube. They're not for anything, right? Y'all talk too much. Y'all talk too much, man. Y'all talk way too much when it comes to a lot of things in life. Y'all do. And it's just wild, especially when it comes to men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that, that a lot of women, there's no hit on women at all, you know what I'm saying? But I do understand to a certain degree the female, I guess not the female psyche, but I mean, but just how a lot of how females move. Been married for a long time, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And, I have female cousins, you know what I'm saying? I was raised by two women. So I got a little bit of ideas for like how women operate to a certain degree, right? I'm not an expert by any means, but there's always generalizations when it comes to the sexes, whether it be male or female. And there's certain things that females do that a majority of females do, and the same thing with men. We're not in a lot of situations we're not different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us react the same way to a lot of things. That's just the reality of things. And when it comes to women, a lot of times women have to really get things off their chest. You know what I'm saying? And they'll tell things even if they don't want to tell it, because it's a releasement of them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women cannot hold things in. They have to tell. You know what I'm saying? They have to say certain things. But to women, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why women need to have a girlfriend that they can confide in, and that girlfriend's gonna keep their mouth shut. But a lot of times it doesn't happen like that. There's so many women that I know in life that they told their girlfriend that supposed to be their road dog, supposed to be they ride or die. And they was talking bad about them. You know what I'm saying? Use what they told them against them. It's crazy, y'all. It's it's absolutely crazy. But when I see men do this crap, where you know what I'm saying, I see guys that will confide into another guy, and then the guy that he confided into goes and tells somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't tell that guy not to say anything. Like, what kind of feminist stuff are y'all on, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I'm tired of seeing a whole bunch of men move like females. Like, for real, like, that's not masculine at all, man. And this is not directed to the LGBTQ plus community at all. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're gay, then of course you might wind up acting feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Do you, be you. I'm talking about straight men that move like women. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to, make this video, to bash me when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, if you're a man that moves in a feminine way, that means that you're going to be telling your business. That's what women do. Women do this stuff like that. We men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, it's best to recognize that inside of you, pause, you know what I'm saying? And to address it. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by two women. I wasn't raised by a man, y'all. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had men in my life, and would it be certain boyfriends my mom had, uncles that I had, maybe older male cousins, because my mom is the baby of the family. My mom was born when my grandmother was in her mid-40s, right? So, it's a situation where my mom was the aunt to people that was the same age as her. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother had a lot of kids before she had my mom, right? So we are the baby of the family. You know, so my mom is the baby of the family, and a lot of my first cousins were adults by the time I was born, or at least by the time I was like a little small child. Like, my first cousin is 10 years older than me. That's my cousin Garland. I said in one video when actually. The cousin that I was talking about on my video that went viral called Don't Tell Them About Your YouTube channel, Garland. He's my youngest cousin, my youngest first cousin on my mom's side, but he's 10 years older than me. So all of my older cousins, my older male cousins, were like in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? They were older, right? So I was around them a lot when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? But for me to say that I had like a really, really, really strong male presence in my life that showed me certain things and teach me how to move, no, I didn't. At all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being in the projects, I emulated a lot of things that were in the projects that was not the right thing to emulate, right? I had a lot of guys, a lot of my friends that they were influenced by gangsters and all these other folks or whatever, and Yeah, to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? I kind of fed into that, but I've always been different, man. Like for real. Like if I wasn't different, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all. Like seriously. I would not be sitting here talking to y'all. Most of the peers that I grew up with are either dead or in jail. Or they're in, or they, and there's a handful, literally a handful that's still in the projects doing their thing in their mid 40s. And I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm not saying shout out to them. You know, a lot of times we are a victim of our environment. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to make any excuses for men either, because the world don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to men, they just don't. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you can seek help, and depending on where you seek help, you will get your help. I'm just saying, like in a general sense, as far as like society as a whole, men a lot of times have to do things on their own, and they can seek help. But but a lot of times nobody's gonna save you. Like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I had to save myself. But in order to save myself, I had to keep to myself a lot of times. Did that make any sense? You know what I'm saying? And keep it to myself meant that I didn't tell my business. I didn't tell my business, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless somebody really, really, really needed to know and I needed help, that's when I told my business. You know what I'm saying? But for me to just sit out here on the internet and just talk like a chatterbox, I need just some more coffee, y'all, for real. Excuse me, y'all. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely insane. It really is. I do not understand how men can move like this. I just don't. I don't, man. It's not masculine, man. It's not masculine. It's not. You blabbering about another guy is not masculine, man. It's not masculine at all. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as you telling your business, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell anybody what to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be male or female, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, whatever, I think that you'll have the best outcome of your life, in your life, if you keep yourself and keep certain things to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell everybody everything that's going on. You want to tell somebody? Tell God about it. That's the best person you can tell stuff about, tell stuff to talk to God. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, he got most of the time, all the time. I'm sorry, all the time he got the answer for you. You know what I'm saying? Because things are already written out for you. He already has the answer for you. So I'm not saying for you not to be able to seek counsel or anything like that from folks, but I think a lot of times people tell their business to the wrong person, to the wrong people. And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? My oldest son, he told me a while ago, this might have been right before Christmas. He was telling me that a good friend of his had got into a situation where it got pretty bad. He got into a fight with some other folks or whatever. With some real serious beef was going on with this guy, you know what I'm saying? And he said the main reason why it happened was because his friend confided into one of his homeboys about something that he didn't want to come out, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it was, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to know what it was, you know what I'm saying? It's his business, you know what I'm saying? But whatever it was something that he really didn't want anybody else to know about, but he told his homeboy because he wanted to confide in his homeboy and maybe ask his homeboy some advice. And his homeboy literally told the whole crew about it. And when the whole crew knew about it, pretty much damn it hit their whole like circle of friends and family found out about this thing. And I'm sitting here like, yo, like, if you can't confide in your best friend and trust that he or she's not going to tell anybody else, then who can you talk to? That's not a friend. That's not a friend, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's hey, to my grandmother. My grandmother always said, you got so-called friends. A lot of y'all got so-called friends, man. And that's the reason why I say keep to yourself. Stop telling anybody your business. Stop telling everybody your business. Keep a lot of things to yourself. Like for real, man, it's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for anybody for you to sit up here and just keep talking about things that should be basically just for you and God. Honestly, just for you and God. A lot of y'all need prayer. A lot of y'all need prayer, and a lot of y'all need to pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of times when folks tell their business, you know what I'm saying, especially serious business, they make it seem like that, somebody's going to come save them because they told them something that was secret and something that was personal to them. And that's not always the case. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? That's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times where you could be in a situation where, you tell somebody and they're not gonna give a damn about what you told them. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sit here and just give you this crazy looking face, be like, yeah, 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 yeah. But you might be pouring your heart out to them. And they might be sitting there just be like, hey, whatever, I'm not even trying to even understand what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have some folks that are gonna do that to you. So, my best advice, honestly, is really, really, really choose who you tell things to. And don't tell any serious personal information on the internet. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I see, here's the thing when it comes to this. So I understand that, that the more personal you get on the internet, especially when it comes to YouTube and some of these other platforms, the more views you get and the I guess the more clout you're going to receive, the more subscribers you're going to receive. There's a lot of things in my life that I've been through in my life that I know that if I told, like, I would get thousands upon thousands of views eventually. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm would catch on to it, and I know it'll blow up. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of things that happen to my life, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be me, my family, friends, there's a lot of things I can tell on this channel and on the internet as a whole that if I told everything, like, I'm telling you, it would be nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? I would get a lot of followers. I know I would. There's no doubt in my mind, because I could just sit here right now, just think about certain topics I could talk about that's real life that I went through and that my family went through. They would get 1,000 views, maybe even millions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even exactly sure, you know what I'm saying? But I know it's topics that I think would be very, very extremely serious, but be very personal. And folks would eat it up. They would just, really, really follow it. And I'm telling you right now, y'all, that's never going to happen. Not with me. I value my privacy a lot when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I value my privacy. I value my family's privacy. I value my friends' privacy. I do. Now, of course, as I scale on YouTube, I understand that, eventually I might wind up telling my government name, right? I might wind up actually showing my immediate family. I think a lot of folks have already seen my wife. Folks have seen my oldest son. Folks have seen my daughter. There's certain those things right there. I don't really have too much of a gripe about showing and exposing, but things that have happened to them, things that have happened to me, things that happen to my family and my friends, like, there's certain things that just need to stay to yourself. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? Just certain things just need to stay stay within the family. I told my boys this all the time that my daughter's only 7, you know what I'm saying? So she don't really understand this concept, but she do understand when she get in public that she can't be talking a lot, you know what I'm saying? If she started talking some stuff with her, me and my wife would give her a look like, hey, you don't supposed to be talking about that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stay supposed to be staying in the house, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing, y'all, before I let y'all go. When it comes to family, especially if you're a husband, listen to this, man. Listen to this, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the real. If you haven't done this yet, you need to sit your family down, your wife, your kids, even maybe your in-laws that are staying with you right now. And you need to tell them what happens in this house stays in this house. What happens in this house stays in this house. And I understand that, that if you're an abusive husband, you need to stop that, honestly, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that if there's a detriment to the family, you know what I'm saying, then there are some situations where, the wife or the kids need to go out and tell somebody because we want everybody to stay safe. We want everybody to be safe, right? I understand that. I'm just saying if you are somewhat of a healthy family, right, a thriving family, you need to let your family know whatever, you know what I'm saying, that it doesn't matter how trivial it is. There's a lot of things that happen in this family and just stay in this house. Don't have stuff leave this house. It's not a good look, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother, my mom used to always say that, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell a living ass about what's going on in this house. This is our business, not anybody else's. So anyway, drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. I thought I was gonna finish the video before my wife came in, but she's in. She's here. Right on time. We're about to leave. All right. We're going to be discussing this topic or something in the beneficial channel. Email me AceOG757@gmail.com. My email address, send the description below. Say AceOG, signing out. I'm gone.